Kudos to my co-anchor Anthony Everett. He took on Mount Washington the old-fashioned way. Staying in a bunk bed, hiking above the tree line, facing down that unpredictable weather.
There's only one way out, and it's hiking.
But that's not how I roll. This is my idea of tackling Mount Washington. The Omni Mount Washington Resort offers a retreat for the not into roughing it person like me. Less than 3 hours from Boston, surrounded by the White Mountain National Forest, it's a throwback to the grand style of travel.
We were the last of the grand hotels to be built in the White Mountains of New Hampshire.
Designated a National Historic Landmark in 1986, the Omni Mount Washington Resort, built in 1902, is one of the oldest and last standing grand hotels in New England. The resort makes up most of the town of Bretton Woods, with the exception of an independently owned gas station and mountain shop. Joseph and Caroline Stickney developed the resort at the turn of the century. Although Joseph died shortly after the hotel was built, Caroline ran the operation until her death in 1936. Her longtime residence, room 314, is available to book, and some say her presence can still be felt.
I always like to say it's such a lovely place, why would anyone ever want to leave?
This gold room was the site of the Bretton Woods Monetary Conference of 1944, which established the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund.
And that's what really put us on the map worldwide. 44 nations from all over the world came to this location to plot the economic recovery of Europe after World War II. They wanted to make sure that they had the financial means to rebuild Europe and Asia after the war.
Today, it's a favorite stopping place for campaigning presidential candidates. On site, there's no shortage of things to do, from meeting new friends.
You're a big guy, aren't you?
To ziplining. A ride on the resort's new 8-passenger gondola, the only one of its size in New Hampshire, is quite pleasant. Up top, we meet up with guide Kyle Hildenbrand.
Ready to do this.
This being, head out on an ATV for an off-road adventure. We're checking out the higher summits of the Bretton Woods.
We're 3 peaks that make up Bretton Woods. So we have Stickney, Oscar, and Mount Gould. We are on Oscar right now. We have great views of Mount Washington.
We keep our eyes out for the wildlife.
You might see a moose, you might see a bear.
No sightings yet, perhaps better luck on foot. The White Mountains have a ton of hiking trails at every level to explore.
This is amazing. Look at all of this. Colors and colors for miles and miles.
Back at the hotel, take a dip in the pool, break a sweat in the fitness center, or breathe in the scent of eucalyptus at the resort's 25,000 square foot spa. Ah.
Our guests come to this area to reconnect with nature, to get grounded, and we've infused that into everything that we do here at the spa. Even our products, we have a signature line called Mountain Mist. It uses local botanicals, including candy tuft, which is only found on top of Mount Washington.
Relax in one of the 3 lounges while waiting to indulge in one of the spa's many treatment options. The Mount Washington signature body ritual is 100 minutes.
It involves a triple exfoliation Vichy shower, which is a 7 shower heads above the wet table that's used throughout the exfoliation. And then you move into our Swiss shower, and then you come back to a beautiful dry table that you're finished with a hydration using our Mountain Mist lotion.
Also on property, 14 restaurants.
I like to tell everybody we're our own little city, so we have a restaurant for pretty much anyone.
Including culinary students. In 2016, executive sous chef Joseph Madzia developed the Bretton Woods Culinary Academy.
We've partnered with White Mountains Community College. They get 3 years of work experience working in our kitchens around the resort. They go to school full-time, they take classes, we teach classes here. At the end of it, they're graduating, hopefully taking one of those higher roles in the kitchen.
I've learned so much. When I first got here, I struggled with a few things, but throughout my 2 years, I've really bettered myself in a lot of those skills.
One of the things that I've learned was how to make a terrine. You have to use gelatin, smoked shrimp. I did lentils, they got mango salsa. You do a layer of each one of them, the lentils, then the mango salsa, then the shrimp. Then you do the gelatin, you fold it in, you put the terrine top on, put it in the fridge and let it sit for about 24 hours, and it'll be all set.
I'd say so. Well done.
Thank you.
So take your pick, this or this. Either way, the Mount Washington experience is a memorable one.
The hotel's apprenticeship program is a unique opportunity for future chefs to train within a highly respected food operation. They learn from the professionals on staff and receive an associate's degree in culinary arts. And the resort's famous covered veranda you saw at the beginning of the piece, at more than 900 feet, it is the longest in New England. Up next, maintaining a century-old hotel takes special thought and care.